Hello, friends. This is Becky with Becky Budgets. It is Sunday again, so I'm going to go ahead and do our 5th week of May's budget. Before I get started, I just wanted to give you all 2 updates that have been amazing within the last couple weeks. First is, I had mentioned that my high school graduation is on October 1st, and I'm going to have to travel back to Chicago, and that I was going to need to budget for that. Thankfully, my dad actually messaged me and was very generous and has decided to go ahead and pay for the plane tickets, the hotel for me and my husband, which is amazing. The second awesome update is that our health plan has decided to cover fertility starting on July 1st, which is why I had mentioned before that July 1st would be when we start our treatment, and it will be fully covered by my insurance plan. So I am so very grateful to my employer for doing that. So those are 2 big expenses that I'm not going to really have to worry about. Obviously, I'm going to have to save up for a car rental or for Ubers while I'm in Chicago, and also for food. But the bulk of it is going to be covered by my wonderful father. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. This paycheck that I am going to be budgeting for is our May 26th paycheck. Now, as we all know, May did not have 4 weeks or 5 weeks. It had 4, but I held on to our last paycheck in April and brought it into May. So now that I've decided to hold the last paycheck in May and not move it to June, we are working with a 5th paycheck in May. So just wanted to clear that up in case anyone had any questions. Now, my husband is the one that gets paid. Now, another update that I wanted to make is that as of about 4 months ago, he did end up getting a raise because he is an essential worker. And so I had not taken that into account when I was kind of averaging the least amount that he'd get paid in a week. So after reevaluating that, his minimum is actually going to be $707 and not the $667 that I was putting in there before. So then we're going to go ahead and put rollover, which we do not budget for, and savings. Now, savings, I know I'm going to dip into because we are gearing up for our first camping outing for the year, and we've got to start ordering our butane and things like that now, because I have a feeling that Memorial Day weekend is going to be tough to get those things. So we're going to go ahead and just budget for the $707. Now, we don't have any bills due this week because we paid them last week. So what we are going to do is kind of fund everything with this paycheck that's kind of missing. So I'm going to go ahead and put, let's see, we have my cousin Tal's graduation, and that is on 5/29. I'm going to budget $50 for her graduation gift. I did let everyone know that we were going to try to cash flow that, so that's pretty much what we're doing. For camping, when looking into prices for butane, they've actually gone up. So we wanted to go ahead and bulk that up a little bit because the $40 that we have in our sinking fund are just not going to cut it. So the good thing about the butane is that we buy it once and it lasts us the full year. So I'm not too worried about that. We are going camping on June 2nd. And I'm going to go ahead and pull $150 for camping in order to cover the butane and anything else that we need for the beginning of the camping season. And then the last thing that I need to budget for is the race. Water. So every year my husband and I do donate the water for the ovarian cancer race that is held annually here in Denver. And we donate all the water on behalf of our practice. So that race is going to be on June 11th. And I'm going to budget $50 for that. The cool thing about this is that we usually don't go too far over like $45, only because I tend to bulk this with the sales that come out for Memorial Day. So we end up getting the water pretty affordably. Now, when I add these three values together, they equal $200. Hold on, no, $250. So it's $250. Now, when we take the $250 away from our income, that leaves us a leftover of $457. Now, when I bring that down, let's see, I'll go ahead and list all of our variable expense folders or envelopes. So it's food, pets, gas, hubby, me, eating out, and miscellaneous. Now, June is going to be a 5-week month. So instead of budgeting the $400 that we budget monthly, I'm going to go ahead and shift that to $500. And to get started with the month, I'm going to go ahead and pull $200 since we kind of scatter how we fill our envelopes for the month. So I'm going to go ahead and put $200 to start off the month just to give us a little bit of a head start. Pets is fully funded. And then gas, same thing. We usually budget about $50 a week. With there being 5 weeks in June, we're going to go ahead and budget $250 instead of the $200. So I'm going to go ahead and bulk that up with $100. I missed a zero there. And then these other categories will kind of just not touch this time unless we have any overage or my husband gets paid more, which he usually does based on him having a variable income. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Our envelope total is going to be $300. Now, when I take that away from our leftover, that gives us $157. So let's go ahead and carry that value over. And then we have our sinking funds. So for sinking funds, we've got medical, pets, household, car maintenance, gifts, vacation, car registration, and renter's insurance. And last but not least, our emergency. So for medical, we always go ahead and put $25. Pets, household, car maintenance, and gifts all get their standard $15 for the week. Vacation is going to go ahead and get its $5. Car registration and renter's insurance get their $3 a piece. And then to round all that up to $100, we put $4 into the emergency fund. So let's make sure that my values are correct. Perfect. So that's $100. When we take the 100 from our leftover, we're left with $57. Now, I'm going to go ahead and come down to our extra savings since we're doing that 52-week challenge. So it's going to be the 52-week number 2, which is my husband's. And then I'm going to put a spot for my 20-pound challenge. And then a spot for buffer. Now we do not budget for this. And then we won't budget for the buffer. I know that we are on week 21 of that challenge. So with the $57 left, I'll take off the 21. And now I know that I've got $36 to put into our debt snowball. So when I bring that 57 down, I'll go ahead and put our debt snowball, which is Dell, and that is going to get $36. When I bring that number down, it's going to leave us with a leftover of 21, which is what we need for the 52-week challenge. And that gets us to our zero-based budget. So basically what I did was I assigned an amount or every dollar to a category so that I would end up with a zero-based budget. Let's go ahead and check my math. So our income is the 707 minus 250 for bills, minus 300 for the envelopes, minus 100 for sinking funds, 36 for our snowball, and then 21 for our 52-week challenge, which got us to that zero-based budget. Perfect. So we are all set going into my husband's paycheck this Thursday. I'll be back with the week spending update, and we'll go ahead and put the actual numbers onto this budget tracker. Now, as I am kind of working on closing out May, I was wondering if you were interested in me filling out and going over the budget closeout that's at the end of the month in these workbooks. I'm more than happy to go over that information with you if you're interested. And my plan before we start our June budget is to kind of go over with everyone how it is that I figure out which bills we pay with each paycheck. So you may get some bonus videos coming up as I'm closing out the month and prepping for the following month. As always, my friends, I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you to all of my loyal subscribers and all of you who take the time in your day to watch my videos. If you are not yet subscribed, please join the family. I would love to have you. And if you hit that notification bell below, you will be notified of any videos I post. As always, I would love it if you would give me a like so that we can share this content with others on YouTube and grow this community. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.